Greetings, my friends. One more time, it's indeed a good day because we are alive. I said in the previous episode that sometimes we feel as though there's not enough time to do our tasks. It's safe to say time is slipping away from us. Let me just remind you and myself that you are one person and there is the next day. Let me go a little further, because in this life we are subjected to all sorts of circumstances, the pleasant ones and the unpleasant. Sometimes we wonder why this has happened, why this is happening to me. Please listen to these sound words of wisdom from the good book, Ecclesiastes 3, verses 1 to 8 from the ESV version. It says this: "For everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up what is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to seek, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to tear, and a time to sow. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time for war, and a time for peace." My understanding is, in this life, there's a time and place for everything under the sun. For example, sometimes in our own surroundings, in your surroundings, whether it be friends, families, your community, you might find people just keep getting sick or dying one after the other. For some people, it could be colleagues losing their jobs, and in general, just many unfortunate circumstances. For our loved ones, they have to channel through all of these. These circumstances that surround us can bring so much pain, especially when things seem to be going and coming, when things seems to be coming out of nowhere and happening really fast. Almost every day now, there seems to be so many activities that cause changes we are not accustomed to, that are happening even in our society. We may wonder what's happening. It is a season you are in. There's another season for celebrations, like time of birth, fellowship, marriages, or even simply being silent. Someone may ask you, what's wrong with you during your silence? Nothing may be wrong, but you may feel in yourself you just want to be silent. It is certainly not a bad thing either. No matter what painful situation you are going through, it is a season. Your season of healing and restoration will come. Only believe in God. I know that. And then there's another time We just love and want to spread the love one to another. No holding back. It's like in your house, you just feel the need to spring clean. You start by taking out stuff that's long overdue to be cleared. And there's another time you may say, I'm just not in the mood for things to be done. I will do so another time, and that's okay. There's a time and place for everything. A time to move, a time to remain still, a time to eat, a time to abstain from food, a time to laugh or play, and a time to be serious. Sometimes when all around us there seems like sinking sand, things and system crumbling around us, everywhere you turn there's no good news, but we must be steadfast, being unmovable in the faith of God to help us along in this life, or else we will suffer defeat. You sometimes must sing and pray your way through your circumstances, your situations that seems unbearable. If you don't do that, you will get in a state of unpleasantness and frustrations. Rejoice today. Again, I say rejoice and be glad despite your situations. As I always say, once you have life, there is hope. Keep on trusting and believing God. He will make a way when there seems to be no way. I am a testimony of God's keeping power. You can have your own. Remember now, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Be blessed.